Hyliion is a true disruptor in the electrified powertrain solution. It has clearly differentiated itself in the crowded electric vehicle industry since its inception, by not producing cars or trucks, which is a highly capital-intensive endeavor. Rather, the company focuses on electrified powertrain solution for Class 8 commercial vehicles. There are two modes of differentiation. First one is only focusing on powertrain solutions, and the second one is focusing on Class 8 commercial vehicles industry. Before we get into the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so you do not miss my future videos. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about Hyliion as a company. Where will be Hyliion in the next 5 to 10 years? How much the stock be worth at those times? Hyliion stock, which was formerly SHLL stock, once traded at around $10 per share back in June 2020, went up to $58 in early September. Since then the stock price has been in a steady decline and reached $18 level in early November this year. So you may ask the question, why the stock had a 6x gain within 3 months? It was just a FOMO with lots of weak hands. I bought the stock at $19 level by looking at its long-term potential. At the peak, I was up 200% in my position, not wanting to sell the stock. However, I did not buy more at very high prices as I realized there is a FOMO effect causing the stock to spike up in a very short time. Another reason I did not want to call a victory lap and sell my stocks was that I do not want to miss out on the huge upside that is going to play out in the long term. I would like to play a clip of Ron Barron interview on CNBC back in 2019, when Tesla stock was crashing from its high of $380 pre-split.
But Ron, sometimes you make these investments and it may take a very long time to pay off. It may not pay off. In the case of Tesla, I think your cost basis is $218.74. That's just around where the stock is trading right now. This is one that you've been...
Is that exact, Bex, or is that the...
That's what,
yes.
I'm not sure. My point is that your cost basis, not to say that this won't eventually pay off and be a great investment for you, but to this point it has not been. It's something that you're waiting for because maybe it's got a long lead time. How do you determine between the ones that are going to pay off and pay off quickly? How long do you have to stick around, and what do you think about the Tesla investment right now?
Well, you know, with Tesla, there are many investments that we've made where it's been a very long incubation period that we have made, which is taken for the investment to prove out. With Tesla's case, Tesla, when we invested in 2014, the revenues were less than $3 billion a year, $2.7 billion. This year, the revenues are going to be about $27 billion. So the company has grown 10 times in revenues since the beginning. Then they were sort of struggling and producing cars. And next year, I think they're going to do $35 or $40 billion in revenues. And I think in 2 more years, they're going to do $100 billion in revenues.
Ron, in October... Well, just to run through quick numbers, you just answer these for me. In October of 2018, Tesla was your 8th largest holding. Today, it's your 13th largest holding. That's not because you've sold shares, I take it. Is that because the company's shares are less valuable, or because you've invested more in other companies?
That's because we haven't sold any stock, that's because the shares in Tesla got us. So we talked about investing at $220 or $218. Mm-hmm. It went up to $380, and now it's back to $220, $225 with some self-inflicted wounds. And so we spoke about this, and I was saying that you invited me to come on when it was $380 and say take a victory lap, and I said it's way too early for a victory lap.
If you want the full interview, I have the link down in the description. The crazy thing about me is that, even after watching his interview, I sold my Tesla stock too early and waiting to buy when it dropped in price. However, that thesis never materialized. I have a strong conviction that Hyliion stock will make me rich in a long term. I started to buy more again, since it reached $30 level. Now I am slowly and steadily building up my position while the stock in a steady decline. There are many short-term focused short sellers are manipulating the stock. However, they will not be very successful in the long term. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor and this video is for entertainment purpose only. You need to do your own research before you invest in any companies.